Oh, I'll be damned. That's a new way to spend taxpayers' money.
James Harrow. The people's hero. I heard the White House sends him golden toilet paper. As long as he keeps the presidential ass clear of tick trouble. Feed him well. We've got a lot of ground to cover tonight.
You're not staying for the presentation? The whole institute is in town.
I'll pass on the corporate back-patting session. I don't need another retirement lecture. Here, take this to your father before it wakes up and starts cursing us all to high hell.
Great, so I'll just tell him you've traded killing vampires for swilling cheap bourbon?
Tell him whatever you want.
Fine, skip the presentation. But you ain't getting away from a final drink with me afterwards.
はい、ムービーからのキャラ紹介ドーン。主人公のお父さんだよ。ウィル、レンティエ研究所の6代目所長。ガントレットの開発にも。レンティエ研究所の前提からのスタート。立派な建物やな。
Home sweet home. More money.
Jesse Rentier. You're a chip off the old block.
普段から会っとるんやないんか。新武器のプレゼンのために各支部から集まってきてるみたい。
As life goes on, we stand guard at the gates.
関係なさそうな情報やな。さてね、研究所に入ろうか。
Mr. Rentier?
At ease, boys. My father in his office?
He is.
若いのに古株みたいやな。
Hello, sir. Director Rentier spared no expense to improve those gauntlets.
Officially, they called it a cholera epidemic, but truth was they were dealing with a terrible outbreak of amateur necromancy. The entire institute was engaged in the hunt.
こんなもんか。くらいの解釈で OK。
Train fare here cost me an arm and a leg. Sure hope it's worth it.
Veil of Secrets.
これは変異した吸血鬼のことなんだろうね。手紙か。おかげさまでとても疲れました。鉄杯な量の割にって感じだね。
From my first year of cadet training, I'm the shortest one of the bunch. The very next year, I grew like a weed. Had to buy all new pants.
ってことはいつから吸血鬼狩りしてるんやろ。
Mr. Rentier, you remember me?
ああ、覚えてるわけないでしょ。心の折れそうなリターン。アメとムチってやつだね。ムチが有刺鉄線とかになってないか。
Director Rentier sure looks edgy. Something's up. I can smell it.
でっかい独り言、たまにいるな。携帯なしで電話しとるのかな。この時代、連邦くらいの敵の山やろ。なら、やっぱり不審者がノート多くないか。ここだけで8つあるんだよね。
Edgar and my father in the Civil War. Right before the bloody Battle of the Wilderness, Central Virginia. His life changed forever during that fight. Highborn nearly killed him. Badly tore up his leg. Edgar carried him in the dead of night across enemy lines to a field hospital, but the surgeon could only do so much. After that, Dad could no longer function in the field.
さっきのキャラ説明がほぼ不要なことが分かった。字が嫌いな人もいるから読んでほしいな。しっかり読ませてもらおうやないか。
Heavy as hell.
だけ最短の読み物だった気がする。
Where the hell you been? I thought you got bitten by some tick.
Some of those fangy fellas were hiding out in Providence. That's why the president ordered the western border secured. Did you hear about those ones that grew tentacles? That's a first.
触手、新種がどんどん出てきてるんだろうね。大方、スキルと触手を見間違えただけだろうけど。
How did it go? Did you get that big fangster you were after?
ぼちぼちでんな。いや、メイン買ったでしょ。
Gravener's with you?
He sends his regards. He's afraid you'll try and talk him out of retirement again.
I don't believe either of us want that.
You know he did risk his life to get this for you.
That's Harrow's trinket. I'm sure you'll both be rewarded accordingly.
Edgar isn't some civilian looking for a medal. This is all he knows. Your institute saw to that.
My institute? This isn't about Agent Gravener, Jesse. We are on the cusp of great progress, great change. Today's presentation is of critical importance to the family. After which...
Edgar is family.
After which, I expect you to step up to your duties here at the Manor.
With all due respect, Director, I am a field agent, not a paper pusher.
You're a rentier!
Why must you always make me spoon-feed these things to you, Jesse? There are bigger things at work here than running around in caves slaying beasts. I do believe someday soon you will see it my way. And if you don't, it's my responsibility to force that change. Now, leave me be. I must prepare for the presentation. And send someone in here to clean up this mess.
バッチバチやないか。
Mr. Rentier, Agent Feathers is waiting for you in the lobby.
ジェシーなりに思うことがあっての反発なんだろうけどね。
You're just in time. The presentation should be starting soon.
What do you got for me this time?
もしかして、ここからお金を使って武器を強化できるの。説明の英語は気合で読んでね。ひどいな。全部翻訳する。気合でよろしく。これ以降、インベントリから強化できるの。フェザースさんは両のし言葉が強い。
See Gravener by the stables. He ain't coming in.
I heard Gravener's finally retired.
とやかくうるせえんだよ。何やろう。江戸川好きが漏れ出しとるやないか。
Father in all his directorial glory. The artist who painted the portrait, what was his name? Philomen Cole? He was so curious about those gauntlets. Word came back that he talked about them in a local pub, and Father had to give him a very stern talking to. Scared the living piss out of him. Father was a very private person. I'm surprised he ever consented to even pose for this portrait. You can see by the look in his eyes he wasn't too happy about it.
それで OK。
Good to see you back, sir.
さ、プレゼンのお時間の前にもう一度紹介のコーナー。ゴミ虫、たびたび社会でも散見される社会のゴミ、セーブだから人目につかないところでやっちまえってできないのが非常に残念。人柄をわかりやすく言えばクソ野郎、時間計らんのありなん。妹特権ならしゃあないな。
Gentlemen, if you'll take your seats. And, welcome. Yeah, I'm Assistant Secretary of War, James Harrow. President Cleveland wants you to know how appreciative we are of the vital service the Rentier Institute performs, defending our great country from monsters of all shapes and sizes. He also wanted me to make sure you're not blowing all our money on Mexican Monty. But that's another conversation. Yes, quite. Well, as I say, keep up the good work. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Thank you all for gathering here tonight. It's rare we gather in such numbers, but I believe great progress calls for momentous celebration. Our efforts in the fight against the sanguisuga's spread have too often been baffled by the creature's most insidious weapon, their so-called glamours. These impenetrable illusions have allowed countless fiends to slip through our grasp for too long. That ends now. Agent Rentier, we've upgraded the standard field agent's gauntlet with something our science bots have affectionately named the Zapper. Not exactly an elegant name, but it does the trick. When triggered, the Zapper sends out an electrical impulse that shatters any nearby sanguisuga's glamours forthwith, eliminating what is not and leaving only what is. Once finished, these new gauntlets will be distributed to cells nationwide post-haste.
allowing us to sweep our respective territories for glamored nooks and crannies. This is the beginning of a new age, gentlemen. Armed with this gauntlet, there is no way our enemy can surprise us.
Jesus Christ. Hope Edgar made it out in one piece.
ザッパーブル。敵を引き寄せることができるの。こんな感じで今度にも繋がるんだ。集団から分断ができるって気持ちでいい。父の一人引き寄せて敵の頭上にある青いマークの速度から遮蔽テルマンもう最強や初期状態での混乱なら危なくなるね。先に言いたいんだけどボスは次回でわかるよ。
Oh, smoke. Gotta find a way to the stables.
あの内もっぱな野郎ろくなことしないな。嫌いすぎやろ。
That's all that's left of Harrow's Zeppelin. Maybe I can string a rope somewhere.
ざっくり言うと、感染者の変異体。爆発する寄生虫をポンポン投げてくる。こいつの体液に起爆性があるわけではない。とまあ、がっつりエンペリタイプのこと。オラオラ、いた何が当たったんや。さっきの寄生虫爆弾、先に飛ばされてるか。どうしようもないってことか。出現したくなら、こういうこともできることに。仲介プレイした人の英知だな。そうだね。7分で簡単な倒し方のご紹介。我慢さ。加熱すらされなくなったか。まあ、初期状態だと聞いた後に攻撃が必要だけどね。スキルの影響ってわけか。その通り。というわけで、おしまい。死にそうな気がするな。研究所が強襲された時点で人間人は死んでるだろうね。
Edgar! Do you hear me? Couldn't have gotten far.
Jess! Thank Christ! Where's my father? Still kicking ass. Last time I saw him.
Old fool thinks he's still in the field.
Listen, he wants us to destroy the archives before these assholes get their hands on it. You get to it, and I'll find Harrow's pampered ass. Meet me out front.
Never thought I'd have to blow up my own house.
大変なことになったな。資料を閲覧されるわけにはいかないからね。結構やられてるな。ジェシーは新武器のテスターにされてるから、武器も強いけどね。
Christ. What a massacre. I'm gonna find who did this and tear them a new asshole.
一般のフィールドエージェントは実はそこまでの装備じゃないの。
That'll do it.
ということはザッパー開発を推し進めてもジェシー並みの武装がないと。まともに吸血鬼と対峙するのは厳しいだろうね。ザッパーダッシュ。これは分かりやすく言えばカンムル遠距離 攻撃も無効化できちゃう優れもの。もはや目で追えんな。というかジェシーは大丈夫なんか。さっきのキャッパーの時の見たでしょ。呼び出しでも関連しないんだよ。全員さん3体はまとめて引っ張っちゃうか。フルは最大で3体を引き分けられるの。うまく使えればすぐ爽快やな。なんやこれ尋問病吸血鬼ケースかな。うつ漫画でこういうのなかったか。あった気がする。
Shut your ugly traps!
Joseph Warren and great-grandfather Dick. To find the Tick headquarters, he let the Brits take him captive. Would have loved to have seen the surprise on their faces when he incinerated those Tick nests and saved their royal asses.
連携家の歴史やな。
I can smell the gas.
なぜかオープンなガス室に到着。バルブをひねって
Gotta destroy this place before they break into the archives.
バンバンバン。
Jesus, gotta get out of here. It's gonna blow.
敵の周囲を移動するのでダンプストでお送りします。終わりして夢の許すからぜひやってみて体験してな。日本語タッチを作ってくれる人がいるだだね。せやな。これで外に出れたわけか。
Now to find my father.
生きてるのかも怪しいレベルの火災になっちゃいましたね。あいつのせいで不特定の人物への手当がいかないな。増進してきた先に出てきたやつよ。
What the fuck are you?
はい、ブー、ハグ、皮膚がなくむき出しの状態の吸血鬼。皮をかぶるために人間を狩る。よく見ると元は5本指だったんだろうけど陛下の家庭で3本になったみたいだね。とはいえちょっと硬い程度のことをカットするまでもないね。ラッパーで爆発物のどこまで引っ張ることもできるんだ。使い方次第だな。他の農作のシナジーもありそうな感じやな。探すのも面白いだろうね。前提のとこまで来れたな。
It's all gone.
外側から様子見をしようか。奥に遠距離のやつがおるな。 画像がおかしいと思ったらスタッフしてた。まあ、爆弾として使う話。多いな。ここまで数が多いのは珍しい効果だね。 ですか。今回はここまで。来年もよろしく。良いお年を。
What is this?
Get him out of here. I got this.
Don't be cross with me, Father. I couldn't leave you at the mercy of these savages. Do not do that, you fleshy toad! You nearly hit him.